at Gables Boarding Kennels in Kent, canine behaviourist Jackie Bunn was working with rescue dog Lady, a very special 9-month-old American Bulldog puppy. Lady had already become a much happier and healthier dog than when she was rescued 10 weeks previously by Inspector Kate Fletcher.
Hello. Hello. I think you're only a puppy, aren't you?
Back then, she was dangerously thin. Not only was Lady malnourished, she had another problem too. She was deaf.
She's a mainly white dog, and there's a genetic defect that appears with the white gene in some breeds, which can also cause deafness. So I'd imagine that she's got a genetic deafness that she's probably had since birth.
2 months after being rescued, Lady has put on nearly a stone in weight and is well on her way to being a healthy puppy. But today, it's back to school for some obedience training with a difference.
Have a sniff of that. And this is her finding out about her world. Biting the tyres. That's all right, she's a puppy.
Not only does the training teach them who is boss, it helps strengthen the bond between you and your best friend. And Jackie starts with a gentle lesson.
It's almost like massage. Now, considering she's a deaf dog, outside, lots of distractions going on, people going by, cars, she's totally relaxed.
A deaf dog can't hear potential hazards, so good training could be the difference between life and death. But whether the dog hears or not, the principles are the same. It takes patience and determination.
A lot of deaf dogs need some help with communication and being trained because they can't respond to verbal commands. You have to communicate with them in other ways. So you'll see me talking to her with my hands. Good girl. Every time she looks at me, I'm going to say good girl and give her a treat because that's good for a deaf dog to focus on me.
And it's important to reinforce obedience with rewards. And in this instance, Jackie is using food. But Jackie also communicates through touch and, unusually, speech.
I'm still talking to her because if she looks at my face, she needs to see some animation. If you stop talking, your face shuts down. Look at me. Good girl. Any spontaneous look while you're training a deaf dog is really, really good.
Today's task is to teach Lady to sit using a simple hand sign command.
We're going to try a sit now? Sit. Sit.
It looks like it's not such a simple command. OK, Jackie, one more try.
Right, sit. So she doesn't get a treat for no sit, but I will show her I have some food. And if she wants it, sit. Good girl. She'll immediately get it. You're liking this, aren't you? You're not going to want your dinner today, are you?
Looks like years of experience have paid off. And of course, patience and determination.
What a good girl you are. You're so clever. Mwah. Who's a clever girl? She will be a lovely dog. She's got a wonderful base temperament. She hasn't got a bad bone in her body. And with the right training as well, she'll be a wonderful dog. Come on, sweet.
After a few more weeks of training, the hope is Lady can be successfully rehomed with a loving new family. And even though she took well to special obedience training, rehoming her wasn't an easy task. She was overlooked time and time again. But nearly a year later, Lady's luck finally changed.
Is it exciting? Let's get it back.
The May family are experienced dog rescuers, and 3 weeks ago, they adopted Lady. She might be their first deaf dog, but she's their third from the RSPCA.
Max, our first dog, we had for over 8 years. We then took Ewan, who'd been one of their longest dogs there. He'd been there over 6 months. And now we've taken Lady, and she was at Millbrook for over 10 months. Good girl.
With people favouring puppies, often older dogs, or ones that need a bit of extra care, get overlooked. So thank goodness for people like the Mays. And they've been keeping up with all Jackie's training too.
Or is
obviously because we can't tell Lady to sit and go down and stuff, we've got a few hand signals that we can use for her. Sit. Good girl.
And it's working a treat.
Good girl.
The Mays have really embraced having a deaf dog. What Lady needs, Lady gets.
When we kind of thought about getting her, we got some books and things and did a bit of research onto how to train deaf dogs, how to look after them, how to, you know, play with them and keep them entertained and things.
Ooh, flashing balls. They'd keep me entertained for hours.
These ones we found certainly to be very beneficial because you can actually see them flash, so that does, I guess, improve the coordination with them. With just a tennis ball, maybe because she can't hear it, she just sees it suddenly flashing by, and that's why she's so bad. But these things, she gets the best of both worlds.
It's got electricity in it. We've also got a Kong that we put treats in and things, so that stimulates her smell. They're all just really helpful because obviously she can't hear things, so it's just to stimulate her other senses and keep her entertained, really. There aren't many disadvantages, I think, of having a deaf dog. She acts and plays like any other dog. The only things I've noticed is that sometimes you can't call her name, she doesn't respond to that. Or if, you know, you walk into a room and she hasn't noticed you, she can get a bit jumpy, because obviously she can't hear you coming in. But other than that, she's all great.
Come on.
Keeping a deaf dog safe in a world full of danger isn't easy.
Lady. Thank you.
And understanding these hand signals are vital to Lady's survival. She simply can't hear oncoming traffic.
Come on in. On the daily walk that we do, we cross this road several times, and it is a very busy road. While she can see danger, she can't hear danger. So one of the issues we do have with her is that we won't let her off lead. We'll keep her on the lead at all times.
Lady spent a long time waiting for a new home, but fate brought her and the Mays together.
When we originally went to Millbrook, the RSPCA centre, we didn't actually go to see Lady. And I was looking to see another puppy called Stanley. Because everyone wants that cute little puppy. You know, we were thinking that he'd get snapped up quite quickly, and we found out that Lady had been there for 10 months. And for some reason, people aren't as interested in the rescue dogs, whereas I think they've got just as much character, if not more. And we kind of just fell in love with her a bit.
When she looks at you with her eyes, you just can't not take her. I don't understand why she was there for 10 months. She's such a loving dog.
Oh, hello there. Somebody else finds Lady irresistible. Maybe she's met her tramp.
She just wants to play. Even with a huge dog, she just wants to play. Fantastic.
I see it didn't take Lady long to get Nick and Sarah Jane running around in circles after her.
I suppose we're kind of a bit suckers for the sob stories.
She might have had a sob story once upon a time, but now it looks like Lady is living a fairy tale.